This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Minister Agisa announces dismissal of cases against him. Funding for by-elections clarified. And PPC Yakasa elaborates on his role.
A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for joining us. The Minister for Livestock, Seki Agisa, has announced the dismissal of the National Airports Corporation corruption allegations and election petition court cases against him. He made this announcement in a press conference yesterday here in Port Moresby.
Minister Agisa revealed that the election petition was cleared on the 11th of March this year, while the NAC corruption allegations on the 20th of this month also.
My election petition was withdrawn due to some administrative matters, so that's why I'm actually cleared from my election petition. And my another case got cleared yesterday. My civil aviation case result was they found nothing. Nothing because nobody actually, there's nobody who suffered from what was actually happening. So I'm actually cleared from my allegations through the National Court.
The minister said he has been battling these cases since 2023. He further acknowledged the principal lawyers of Tamutai lawyers and German lawyers for appointing competent lawyers to handle his court cases.
I know my team is very small, but we can move things to bring much needed change in this sector.
Minister Agisa said with his court cases being cleared, he can now focus on his national duty as the Minister for Livestock. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
Election manager for Jiwaka province, Rose Pandihau, has issued a stern warning to intending candidates in the Jiwaka province who will be contesting the local level government elections to not do early campaign, which is illegal and against the law.
She said that dates are yet to be confirmed and that the current and intending ward councillors must adhere to the law and wait until the writ is issued for the campaigning to start. Pandihau stressed this point during the consultative meeting with all the allergy coordinators at Barnes Resort Hotel as part of their preparation for the coming allergy election. Meanwhile, Jiwaka Deputy Administrator on District and Allergy Operations Stephen Wusik said that the Jiwaka provincial government is ready to fund and support this year's allergy election and that the Jiwaka provincial administration is on standby to assist the Electoral Commission to run the allergy election to ensure that the election runs smoothly as in the past. Election Manager Pandihau thanked Governor Simon Kawai, PEC members and the provincial administration for their commitment and continuous support. Pandihau also challenged women leaders in the area to contest these allergy elections as well. Tamara Agavi, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape and the Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai were equally surprised by the news published and broadcasted on funding being the hold-up of the by-elections. The Prime Minister revealed that funding isn't the issue and wants the by-elections to run at its earliest.
Prime Minister James Marape stated that he doesn't know what the holdup is from the Electoral Commission's end, but he announced that the government is on standby to assist with funding.
We are on standby to assist him with the funding. We want to retire the by-elections that are due ASAP. So I've told him funding is not an issue. Get your acts together, organize yourself, appointing returning officers, put the program together, go up to Treasury, and request the funding, and the elections must run.
He further stated that 2 of those by-election electorates were on hold due to the passing of their members.
Retired. 1 or 2 of them, we had to do the Melanesian thing, honoring the death to run the course of the mourning period to be retired in the way it should be. It's now months after the burial, so we expect elections to be conducted without delay.
Tamara Agavi, National EMTV News.
At a recent conference event, Prime Minister James Marape gave an update on the 2024 census. He went on to reveal that the last census in 2011 was half done, and that the government intends to do a quality census this year with least cost.
We have 100 million in this year's budget. Last year we did allocate 50 million, and so part of the entire envelope, they tell us, should be around 200 million kina or so. What is allocated this year will be spent, and some of the programs can be picked up next year's budget. If not, we will look from within, and there are enough allocations from government budget, especially to support NEC sanctioned projects. So any amount it takes to do the census, we will do. Census is important.
The Minister for Agriculture, John Boito, highlighted Connect PNG project's transformative impact on connecting local farmers with market opportunities. His remarks came during the Memorandum of Understanding signing ceremony between the National Agriculture Research Institute and the International Rice Research Institute held yesterday.
Minister Boito addressed misconceptions surrounding the Connect PNG project.
Under Marape Rosso government, we are more focused on agriculture. People are complaining about Connect PNG, but Connect PNG is reaching the rural people, and the rural people are all agriculturalists.
Highlighting ongoing efforts to bolster agricultural infrastructure, Minister Boito revealed the signing of several MOUs with additional investors. He urged stakeholders involved in these agreements to expedite efforts, stressing the critical importance of rice as a staple food for Papua New Guineans.
They have asked us, the Department of Agriculture and Livestock, to deliver 30 billion by 2030. And that is our focus now. So how do we do it?
Amidst the ceremony's proceedings, Minister Boito unveiled the government's comprehensive 10-year agriculture plan, further outlining strategies to fortify the nation's agricultural sector.
Our National Agriculture Sector Plan 2023-2033 has been endorsed and approved by the NEC as of yesterday.
Minister Boito's remarks underscored the government's unwavering commitment to advancing agricultural initiatives, fostering economic growth, and empowering local communities across Papua New Guinea. James Guken, National EMTV News.
Several villages situated at lowlands along the mighty Sepik River, from Ambunti down to Enga district in East Sepik province, are badly affected by the continuous rain since last month.
The impact on the Sepik River people is described to be unlike previous years, where the change in weather patterns were usually predicted in advance by village elders and food rationed to survive during the wet seasons. The flooding in lowland villages along Sepik River has left food gardens submerged, along with aid posts and houses. Enga district LLG presidents were tasked to send assessment teams to visit their LLGs to collect data in order for the District Development Authority to assist with food relief supplies. Enga District Youth Coordinator Nolan Gumaim said the Enga DDA is actively working towards assisting their people with the much-needed food supplies to help sustain their households throughout this wet weather. Ambunti Drekikia District Administrator Ricky Wobar said his district officials were also tasked to visit affected areas and report back. East Sepik Provincial Governor Alan Bird also visited several villages yesterday in the Enga district that were affected. Governor Bird said that the East Sepik Provincial Government will commit 200,000 kina as immediate assistance funds to cater for assessment trips by the Provincial Disaster Office, as well as providing relief supplies to the affected areas. All 5 local-level government areas in Enga district are reported to have been affected by the high rising water levels. Tamara Agavi, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
The Smart Start School promotion is back this year. Win yourself one of 1,000 consolation prizes valued at 50 kina each nationwide. And the school with the highest number of valid entries per region will win a 44,000 kina Smart Start School grant. Simply collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits. Put in an envelope with your name, school and number on the envelope and drop in an entry box at a participating school near you. Promo ends on the 22nd of April. Contact us on Facebook to register your school today. Terms and conditions apply.
Buy more, win more one-time roots rice. Bring them up when you mark below 300,000 kina. No can miss out. Buy 10 kg roots medium grain rice, cut them round in big roots logo on top ng front ng bag rice, na write the name, na naman ng your long backside ng name. Drop him inside ng entry box long store. Week 1 draw, 1 winner by 500 kina. Week 2 draw, 1,000 kina. Week 3 draw, 2,000 kina. Nalong week 4 draw, 5,000 kina. Second Roots Rice Facebook page long kissing Botok Sabe. Terms and conditions start.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus we're ready to go.
Nipla Halivim Water belong you.
Power Energy Drink. Feel the power.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with the head of the International Monetary Fund in PNG.
Throughout almost that 50-year history, there's been a constant engagement between the IMF and PNG. We've opened up a new office because of the IMF program, which is here to support the government. That's very, very important for maintaining PNG's sort of a recent record of price stability.
That's on Monday night.
You're watching National EMTV News. Police Commissioner David Manning, acting within the powers vested in him by the Constitution and the Police Act, has established a new RPNGC Sensitive Investigations Board. The board's primary function is to review, supervise and approve or deny the commencement, conduct and activities of sensitive investigations.
This move aims to address interference in matters involving constitutional and statutory office holders, professional media and national security. The commissioner emphasized that the board's creation aims to prevent the manipulation of legal processes for political gain. He stressed that, regardless of one's position, everyone is subject to the law and entitled to transparent processes. Manning asserted that state employees and media personnel should not be subjected to political manipulation, and henceforth, investigations involving constitutional or statutory office holders and members of the professional media will be overseen by the Sensitive Investigations Board and not solely by the Commissioner. James Guken, National EMTV News.
With decades of experience in the police hierarchy, the newly appointed Enga PPC, Fred Yakasa, expressed determination to take on the role of such prestige for his own province.
In a press conference today in Port Moresby, the PPC noted his task the minute he is in Enga.
So when I get up to Abeg, obviously I'll be putting up a plan which I've already started. I'll be doing a consultation for a month, 1 month consultation. All stakeholders, public servants, business houses, government, community, councillors, every stakeholders. We're going to look at them. We're going to invite them to be part of the planning. And then we'll come up with a policing plan for Enga province that will incorporate interest of the vast majority of all stakeholders in the province, so that the intention here is that they must take ownership of that, and we can all run together, because policing, as you and I know, it's not a police matter. It is something that belongs to everyone.
He also noted his goals for the role.
The tribal fighting issue is something that's very destructive. So we also want to find causes and effects. We also want to find who supplies firearms, all these things. In the process of consultation, maybe we will use that opportunity to also find out some of those information, so that we can also put it down in the plan. So you're looking at a plan that will respond to the overall government agenda of the 2050 law justice sector agenda. We will put all these things in, but for Enga, we want to see that we stop tribal fight, eradicate tribal fight in the province, and that is my goal and my aim. How I will do it, what we will do together, it is still something that is in work in progress, but that is the aim.
Emphasizing that this role is a calling to serve the country and his people in Enga, PPC Yakasa elaborated on challenges he anticipates in the role.
I've been a PPC before, so it's nothing new to me. I know the setups and things that we need to run a command. But my challenge is now to map out all the tribal conflicts in the province. Those who have recently had fight, those who have just stopped, those that have stopped some years back, and they're still waiting for compensation and things like that to take place. You know, these are issues that we are sitting on, and it can erupt at any time.
Natasha Voy, National, EMTV News.
Understanding the importance of his role following efforts into achieving peace among warring tribes, PPC Yakasa elaborated on his role to monitor the ongoing ceasefire agreement.
The PPC elaborated that he will ensure all restrictions captured within the ceasefire agreement.
Observe, as one of the things that I will do, is to monitor the ceasefire agreement that we have in place now. It's gone into a week now, a week and a half or 2 weeks. It's on for 3 months. But it doesn't mean that 3 months is up, so you go for firing again. It doesn't mean that. As you know, ceasefire is something that must be there for eternity. But for the sake of what has happened and how we're handling the situation, it's a ceasefire is for 3 months. In the 3 months period, we want people to be remaining where they are. Status quo remains, meaning they don't go here and there where they provoke, no gunshots, nobody should be saying anything or gestures or actions that should otherwise provoke other parties. So those things are all in that ceasefire agreement.
adding that some restrictions as highlighted in the peace agreement include no bearing of arms in public. Agisa assured that his men are prepared, however stressed that more manpower is needed for such a big task.
We need to go in with enough force. We need to go with some level of determination, not as a counter force towards the force that villages have, but to show some level of seriousness in saying that, no, look, enough is enough. We need to bring peace into the community. And the Commission has made it clear to the two warring clans that we have not exhausted. We have still left these avenues where we can overpower, overcome, overdo if we want. So, yes, so we will take manpower. I think we need more on the ground. That's a general. I don't know what's on the ground as yet, but I would think that we would need more. Maybe 1,000 troops on the ground would be better. We can't, this is about peace.
He expressed that indeed Enga had received the world's attention for the wrong reason and hopes to work towards changing that. Natasha, Voi National, EMTV News.
PNG Air is advising the traveling public that the airline company is steadily clearing the disrupted passengers whose travel have been affected by the current fuel crisis. Earlier this week, on Tuesday, 19th March, PNG Air and Puma Energy met and discussed solutions on the supply of fuel. The airline company is confident that the operational continuance and access to fuel will be assured as each of the solutions materialize. International Monetary Fund Program Agreement, second phase of review, was deemed disappointing, as stated by the Minister Assisting Prime Minister Ian Lingstaki. In his recent meeting with the IMF representative Sorab Rafiq, Lingstaki highlighted that there are pending reform deadlines that risks the IMF program falling off track, potentially leading to a delayed disbursement of the next tranche of financing under the program.
On March 2023, the PNG government agreed to a 38-month, approximately $1 billion financing package to be used to support the government's reform agenda. Assisting Minister Lingstaki shared that the first 6 months International Monetary Fund review under the program was completed on schedule in November, whilst the second review had setbacks. His meeting recently with the head of the country's International Monetary Fund representative officer, Sorab Rafiq, was to discuss progress on the policy reforms under the IMF program, confirming achievable reforms in the second review of the IMF program that are behind schedule, including the government needing to quickly fill vacant positions in the Bank of Papua New Guinea, modernizing and reforming the operations of the Bank of Papua New Guinea, and PNG need to act swiftly to adopt key implementing regulations.
Prime Minister James Marape, as the Treasurer, is urging all relevant government agencies to make an urgent effort to meet the strict deadline as outlined in the IMF program, stating that the money plays a critical role in maintaining macro-financial stability and to ensure the country has a healthy level of foreign exchange. James Guken, National EMTV News.
The National Agriculture Research Institute of Papua New Guinea has recently forged a memorandum of understanding with the International Rice Research Institute. The MOU signing ceremony, presided over by Dr. R.J. Colley, Interim Director General for IRRI, and Dr. Nelson Simbiken, Director General of NARI.
Rice farming is crucial for food security, not just for commercial gain, remarked Dr. Simbiken. He outlined the partnership's ambitious goal to transition from reliance on imports to self-sufficiency in rice production by 2030, aligning with the government's strategic vision. Under the government's comprehensive agricultural plan, spanning a decade, rice cultivation emerges as a focal point alongside soybean for livestock feed and cassava for alcohol production. Dr. Simbiken emphasized the importance of domesticating rice production and augmenting output to meet the high demand.
NARI commences work to to produce varieties that can resist pest and disease, that can grow on marginal land, so that when we grow rice, those rice can grow well and feed our people. So the rice research in the past was geared towards food security. It wasn't geared towards commercialization.
Following the Memorandum of Understanding signing, a dialogue is slated to convene with the rice farmers to ensure the effective implementation of government agricultural policies. Dr. Adze underscored the intrinsic link between food and life, emphasizing the ongoing efforts to bolster rice production in Papua New Guinea.
And there is no reason why we can't bring all of that to Papua New Guinea. With the passion that we have seen here today, with the drive that the government has behind trying to make sure that all the rice that is needed by the country is homegrown, there is no reason why it cannot be done with the technologies that do exist now. If we can do it with other countries, I'm sure we can do it with PNG. IRI is here to support you all the way through.
The partnership between National Agricultural Research Institute and International Rice Research Institute heralds a new chapter in Papua New Guinea's agricultural landscape, poised to empower local farmers, enhance food security, and propel the nation towards agricultural self-reliance. James Guken, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the NES Fund Market Report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2652 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2577 $0.3894 Australian dollars, 0.2297 euro, 38.75 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading lower, copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading lower, the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Mama's One-Time Telecom's Good Plum mobile data plans. With 8 exclusive mobile data plans to choose from, select a plan that best suits your budget. You can purchase a plan for as low as 3 kina for 1 gigabyte of data valid for 24 hours. Or receive 130 gigabyte of data valid for 30 days for only 150 kina. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Terms and conditions apply.
Buy more, win more one-time roots rice. We have money mark belong 300,000 kina. No can miss out. Buy 10 kg roots medium grain rice, cut them round in big roots logo on top long front long bag rice, na write the name, na naman long yung long backside long name. Drop him inside long entry box long store. Week 1 draw, 1 winner by 500 kina. Week 2 draw, 1,000 kina. Week 3 draw, 2,000 kina. Na long week 4 draw, 5,000 kina. Second Roots Rice Facebook page long kisim motok 7. Terms and conditions start.
Number 1, super long teams are all semi. Number 1's for everyone on land and on the sea. Number 1's for everyone. no matter what you do. Well, I work hard for family, we work hard for you.
Power energy drink. Feel the power.
Are you ready? MTV presents the Isuzu T20 Smash from 29th March to 5th May. 28 matches. Watch the men's and women's cricket team live and exclusive right here on your #1 to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Ceasefire Limited, in collaboration with Jiwaka, formerly known as Origin Energy Holdings, were at the Marinville Catholic Secondary School yesterday to do fire awarenesses to its students and staffs. The awareness included description of the types of gases, dangers of gas and fire awareness, as well as what to do when faced with fire.
The awareness entails how to use gas, the types of gases, and how to put out fire. Sister Frida Saura, school principal of Marinville Catholic Secondary School, stressed the importance of fire safety and awareness.
The girls, they know what to do if there's a fire. Because if they don't know, they're going to have accidents.
Sister Frida also thanked both Ceasefire and Jiwaka for their time and commitment to coming to their school and addressing the students and teachers.
And do the awareness to the students. It's really important, especially with the girls that we have. We have a population of 972 ladies. And if they don't know how or what to do when the fire comes, it's going to be very dangerous.
Tamara Agavi, National MTV News.
The managing director of the Livestock Development Corporation, Terry Coim, has urged the media fraternity to address departments accordingly. He made this statement following reports addressing the Department of Agriculture as the Department of Agriculture and Livestock.
The managing director pointed out that the government has gone past the dates of Department of Agriculture and Livestock, as it is now known as the Department of Agriculture.
It's no longer Department of Agriculture and Livestock. I want the media to report this one correctly. We are now known as the Department of Agriculture, and the department operates at the central government office at Wagani. So livestock has been removed out of the Department of Agriculture and Livestock's name. So under the ministerial determination, he appointed a Minister for Agriculture for the Department of Agriculture, and he appointed a Minister for Livestock for the Livestock Development Corporation. So that distinction and demarcation must be made more clear. So many times I'm reading in newspapers and everybody saying that the Minister of Agriculture is the Minister of Agriculture and Livestock. I want the media, please, report it correctly. So maybe you were not informed. So I'm telling you now. So the Department of Agriculture and Livestock is no longer the Department of Agriculture and Livestock. It's no longer DAL. It's now known as the Department of Agriculture, and we have a Minister for Agriculture and we have a Minister for Livestock.
MD Coim stressed that the livestock sector was regarded as dead stock by the former Agriculture and Livestock Minister John Simon of 2019. However, the government, in recognition of his team's competent work in the sector, has created its own ministry. Malinta Yopolo, National MTV News.
Kwekela Secondary School in Rigo District will have a new female dormitory, which will be built at a cost of 2.1 million kina. Governor for Central Province, Rufina Pira, visited the school yesterday to officiate the groundbreaking ceremony of the project.
Established in the 1960s, Kwekela Secondary School is the first and only secondary school in Rigo District. Hence, with the growing population and aging facilities, the school struggles to keep up with the increasing number of students. Fortunately for the school, this year the central provincial government, under the leadership of Governor Peter, stepped in with a massive 2,195,000 kina assistance for the construction of a double-story dormitory for the female students. Governor Peter said as the country nears 50 years of independence, it is the duty of the government to set the foundation for the next 50 years.
We must be breaking ground in other sectors as well, because we now need to lay the foundation as leaders of today for the next generations to come in the next 50 years.
She said many students in other schools in the province will not have access to such facilities. Therefore, she challenged the students to look after the facility once it is built. Governor Peter also said as they break ground in supporting this education venture, they will do so in all other sectors.
So as I break ground here, I want us to break ground in agriculture, in coffee, in cocoa, in tourism, and in other sectors, so that by doing that, we can transform Central Province together.
The new dormitory will include an ablution block, water tanks, backup solar power supply, and will house 80 female students. In support of the governor's key development agendas and vision for the province, Acting Central Provincial Administrator Edward Killer says his administration will ensure funds in the provincial budget is spent accordingly in the priority areas.
Me and my administration for the 5 districts and all the workers, a little bit more than 300 plus, less than 400 public servants in this province, we are there to deliver.
Edson Kuso, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, Australia will hand $4.6 billion to British industry over the next decade as part of the AUKUS plans to build nuclear-powered submarines in Adelaide.
Here at the Osborne Naval Shipyard in Adelaide, the 3 members of the AUKUS partnership have been represented for an announcement on the next step of this massive endeavour. Australia is hoping to start building new SSN AUKUS submarines here in Adelaide in the 2030s. And today there's been an announcement that Australia will be contributing almost $5 billion to the UK's defence industry to expand production lines there, particularly the production of nuclear reactors that will then be put into Australian-made submarines.
These are big foundational decisions which demonstrate that the pathway to Australia acquiring a nuclear-powered submarine capability under the banner of AUKUS is happening. And the result of that right here is going to be the most advanced manufacturing in the nation and one of the most advanced manufacturing production lines in the world. This shipyard, when it's up and running, will have 7,000 people building Australia's Navy.
This announcement has come as the UK's Defence and Foreign Secretaries are in Australia for the annual AUKMIN talks. The UK's Defence Secretary, Grant Shapps, has been pointing to China's rapid military rise in the Indo-Pacific as justification for the multi-billion-dollar spending that all countries are making on nuclear submarines.
The United States has submitted a draft resolution to the UN urging an immediate ceasefire in Gaza in exchange for the release of hostages.
This is the 6th time Antony Blinken has travelled to the Middle East since war broke out between Israel and Hamas almost 6 months ago, with stops in Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Israel, Qatar and Jordan on the itinerary. Antony Blinken has told Arab leaders that Washington wants an immediate ceasefire tied with the release of hostages, and that the US has drafted a resolution with the United Nations to that effect, though it's unclear when that Security Council resolution would be brought to a vote.
I think that would send a strong message, a strong signal. But of course we stand with Israel in its right to defend itself, to make sure that October 7th never happens again. But at the same time, it's imperative that the civilians who are in harm's way and who are suffering so terribly, that we focus on them, that we make them a priority, protecting the civilians, getting them humanitarian assistance. And we've been leading the effort to do that.
Arab leaders are also pressing the US Secretary of State about worsening humanitarian crises inside Gaza, particularly increasing levels of starvation and Israel's plan to launch a ground invasion into the southern Gazan city of Rafah, where more than 1 million Palestinians have fled to escape fighting elsewhere in Gaza.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Top up now with Telecom's Good Plus More bundles. Subscribe to any of Telecom's More bundle plans, ranging from 3 kina to 75 kina to enjoy unlimited on-net calls, more SMS, more data with increased off-net minutes. Choose from 8 exclusive plans, packed with more value to experience seamless communication with your family and friends. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime. Terms and conditions apply.
Buy more, win more one-time roots rice. Bring up money mark belum 300,000 kina. No can miss out. Buy 10 kg roots medium grain rice. Cut them round in big roots logo on top long front long bag rice. Na write the name na naman long yun long backside long M. Drop him inside long entry box long store. Week 1 draw, 1 winner by 500 kina. Week 2 draw, 1,000 kina. Week 3 draw, 2,000 kina. Na long week 4 draw, 5,000 kina. Second Roots Rice Facebook page long kisim botok save. Terms and conditions is start.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck. Like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too. Like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me. Which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Power Energy Drink. Feel the power.
Join us for another episode of A Closer Look. This week we feature landslides in Simbu province claiming lives and properties and its appeal for relief assistance. Farming of bulb onions in Asaro gain momentum with installation of more solar dryers in selected farms. And Cricket PNG on World Tour. A Closer Look this Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Cricket PNG and Boroko Motors have signed the Isuzu T20 Smash partnership at the Boroko Motors showroom today. The Isuzu T20 Smash competition will kick off on Friday the 29th of this month at the Amini Park and will be telecasted live on EMTV.
You sure?
Acknowledging Boroko Motors for their unwavering support over the years, Cricket PNG CEO Richard Dawn emphasised on the competition.
I just want to say a couple of things about the tournament itself. A little bit of information. The men's tournament, the T20 Smash, again generously supported by Isuzu and Boroko Motors, starts on Good Friday afternoon, the 29th of March, and runs across the next 3 weekends, with the final on the 13th of April. So that'll be a big day, the final on the 13th of April. Our women then return from overseas, and they come back, and the women's competition starts on the 20th of April and then runs through to the finals on the 4th of May. So again, a great opportunity for the girls to have a great tour overseas, come back and play the Isuzu T20 Smash. What I wanted to do next was just announce the captains of the sides. Obviously the labourers are away at the moment, so those 4 captains are away, and one of our captains from the men's is back in Australia after the tour that they had recently.
Being the official naming rights for the competition, Boroko Motors dealer principal Tony Ballo said he is proud and looking forward to working with Cricket PNG in the future.
Sponsorship of the Smash again for the 5th consecutive year. So that definitely deserves a round of applause. Boroko Motors has been associated with this Smash for 5 years, as I said. It's been a resounding success in our books, but also we believe that it's playing a major contribution to...
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The Papua New Guinea Bodybuilding Federation is preparing for an exciting year of competitions both locally and internationally, following their recent success at the 7th Pacific Games in Honiara, Solomon Islands last year.
President of the PNG Bodybuilding Federation, Ronald Haihavu, said the team all returned home with a medal each, which showed that there's potential for more champions in the sport moving forward. The PNG BBF is happy to announce that the South Pacific Bodybuilding Federation has selected Port Moresby to host the 2025 championship. The Federation will start its 2024 program with an athlete recruitment drive on April 6th in Port Moresby, followed by the national titles, which are tentatively set for June 14 to 15 to be held in Minsk in the Jiwaka province. President Haihavu said that they are also sending a team to the Southeast Asia Championships to be held from October 25 to the 27th in Indonesia, followed by the South Pacific Bodybuilding Championships in the Solomon Islands later this year. He also revealed that they are now launching a campaign to recruit more women and girls into the sporting code to participate in physique competition, where the athletes display toned, athletic physique as well as showcasing their femininity. Tamara Agavi, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Curly, straight, soft, wavy, afro, short, long, healthy.
Palmolive Naturals for naturally beautiful hair.
It's formula infused with extracts like coconut oil,
aloe vera and avocado to enhance your hair's natural beauty, giving you naturally beautiful hair that always looks gorgeous and smells great throughout the day. Palmolive Naturals.
Have a great hair day!
It's our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. We dare to believe in incredible things. With money plus we're ready to go.
Be on board this revolution. Introducing our new range of devices and giveaway frenzy. Buy a device and get a free boombox and enjoy 7 days of free streaming to MGEMs. But that's not all. You will also receive 5 gigabytes every month for the next 6 months. That's a whopping 30 gigabytes of data. Don't miss this extraordinary opportunity. Head to your nearest telecom retail outlet to grab one today. Terms and conditions apply.
Number one, super enrolled teacher or semi. Number one's for everyone on land and on the sea. Number one's for everyone. No matter what you do, well, I work hard for family. We work hard for you.
Hi, I'm Belinda Koyati. Join me weekly 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights on House and Home as we talk pet care, home improvement ideas, DIY projects, pick-a-book discussions, and Heartwalk Man. That's House and Home 7 p.m. Tuesday nights, only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Buy more, win more one-time roots rice. Win money mark belum 300,000 kina. No can miss out. Buy 10 kg roots medium grain rice. Cut them round in big roots logo on top long front long bag rice. Na write the name, na naman long your long backside long name. Drop him inside long entry box long store. Week 1 draw, 1 winner by 500 kina. Week 2 draw, 1,000 kina. Week 3 draw, 2,000 kina. Na long week 4 draw, 5,000 kina. Second Roots Rice Facebook page long kissing more talk savage. Terms and conditions start.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Moving to overseas sports, the Penrith Panthers have beaten Brisbane Broncos 34-12 in the grand final rematch last night.
Reece Walsh went off in the opening minutes after a head clash with Penrith centre Taylor May. He passed the HIA but didn't return, with Broncos coach Kevin Walters confirming that he couldn't see out of his left eye and that the fullback would need to have to go for scans. Brisbane were already missing Payne Haas and Adam Reynolds, so they were ripe for the plucking, and Nathan Cleary made the most of it. He set up 3 tries in the first half. The 3-time premiers then cruised home to take home the match.
Australia's Federal Sports Minister is in Brisbane to meet with the organising committee for the Olympic Games. It comes after a week of controversy over the venues and their costs.
Lots on the agenda today with the Federal Sports Minister Annika Wells meeting here in Brisbane to discuss with the organising committee of the Olympic and Paralympic Games for the future of what exactly will play out for the event in 2032. Lots on the discussion table as well. We do know that Annika Wells will be raising a number of issues, including how athletes particularly feel. There is a concern that there has been a few of them who have criticised the proposal that's been laid out by the Queensland government. Now, this all really began on Monday following an Olympic saga that sort of played out throughout the week. On Monday, that independent review was released of infrastructure and possible Olympic infrastructure that previously Premier Stephen Miles had said he would adopt in full, not just the recommendations but also the findings. Instead, on Monday afternoon, he sensationally backflipped on that plan and instead proposed a completely new plan. And now the Lang Park and Queensland Sport and Athletics Centre are going to be undergoing an upgrade, as well as a controversial upgrade on on the Gabba redevelopment plan. There's been major concerns, and this has really turned into sort of a political football recently in Parliament sitting this week, where there's been back and forth commentary. Even on Wednesday, Queensland State Government had to issue a statement saying that they had never looked into pulling out of hosting the event. There were claims from a number of reports that suggested that the Queensland Government had been investigating and receiving advice on what exactly that cost would be if they were to pull out of hosting the Olympic and Paralympic Games for 2032. And that's amid growing backlash, a community backlash, as well as cost blowouts. Now, at the heart of this issue, Premier Stephen Miles says that it has been cost of living. That has been a focus for how he sort of makes these decisions. Of course, this stadium stoush has sort of played out throughout the week. The main concern today is going to be whether or not more clarity can be provided on the future of the event.
That ends True Kai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
True Kai Sports. True Kai Sports.
Buy more, win more one-time roots rice. Win him half money mark belum 300,000 kina. No can miss out. Buy 10 kg roots medium grain rice. Cut him round in big roots logo on top long front long back rice. Na write him name, na namas long you long backside long name. Drop him inside long entry box long store. Week 1 draw, 1 winner by 500 kina. Week 2 draw, 1,000 kina. Week 3 draw, 2,000 kina. Na long week 4 draw, 5,000 kina. Second Roots Rice Facebook page long kisi mo tok sabi. Terms and conditions is start.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
The Smart Start School promotion is back this year. Win yourself one of 1,000 consolation prizes valued at 50 kina each nationwide. And the school with the highest number of valid entries per region will win a 44,000 kina Smart Start School grant. Simply collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits. Put in an envelope with your name, school and number on the envelope and drop in an entry box at a participating school near you. Promo ends on the 22nd of April. Contact us on Facebook to register your school today. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready? MTV presents the Isuzu T20 Smash from 29th March to 5th May. 28 matches. Watch the men's and women's cricket team live and exclusive right here on your #1 to watch, MTV.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, cloudy with some showers. Daru, partly cloudy with few showers possible. Kerama, partly cloudy with brief showers. Alota, cloudy with few showers possible. Pobondeta, partly cloudy with some showers. To the Momasa region, Ley City, partly cloudy with some showers. Medang, partly cloudy with few showers. Wewak and Vanimo, cloudy with some showers. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, cloudy with few showers possible. Kavieng, some showers and possible thunderstorms. Kokopon Rabaul, partly cloudy with some showers possible. Kimbe, partly cloudy with some showers. Puka, some showers. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Buns and Kondiawa, some showers with areas of and possible thunderstorms. Mendi, Tarawi and Wabeg, some showers with areas of rain and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Friday, the 22nd of March, 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.